Hey my foodie family, Mama's not cooking tonight. I'm still having leftovers. Who's out there with me right now? I am making ice cream cones. I cannot see if you're going to be posting or not, or commenting, because I'm going to be on the other side of the camera. So, I'll answer any questions y'all have later if y'all start posting. Anybody out there with me? I'm making these cute little ice cream cone cupcakes. There's actually cake inside this cone. And I made the whipped cream frosting. Should have started from the beginning, but it's kind of takes a while. So basically what you do, you get your favorite ice cream cone. You can get the colored ones or you can get the plain ones. You can even get the pointy ones, but those are a little bit harder to work with. And then you fill this up to right here with your favorite cake batter, whether it be chocolate. In this case, I use confetti sprinkles. So you bake them in the oven just like you would a regular cupcake. And you have cake in there. I started with a few that I filled them up a little bit more. And I filled them up closer to the top, and they kind of overflowed, so I had to cut the top. So I just started filling them up to here. And there's your little cake inside. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill up. Oh, and I also make these boxes. Let me show you what they look like from the bottom. I went to my local Walmart and I grabbed their water. It's flavored water for kids, and they had little boxes there, which was perfect for what I needed. And what I did, I marked the boxes. I marked the boxes from in here, little circles, and I had my husband cut them. As you could tell, they're not perfect, which is fine. But then I covered them with wrapping paper that is for shipping any products over in the mail or wherever. And then I went through the back and I just cut little X slits and I punched them in, and the cones fit perfectly in there. I make sure that it was a shape of, big enough for the cone. So we got that done. Let me go ahead and get started. I made the whipped cream frosting. Okay. So to this whipped cream frosting, you're going to need some heavy whipping cream, some Knox gelatin, and some powdered sugar. You start by whipping the whipped cream. You bloom the gelatin, the Knox, and then you melt it. And once this is a little bit more stiffer, you start adding your powdered sugar. You add your Knox to it, and it will become stiff. If you do not add the Knox to this, what's going to happen, you're going to put it on here and you leave it sitting out, it's just going to melt. That's just how it's going to happen. It's going to melt. Can't help it. So what you do, you get yourself a piping bag and you cut the little tip. I've been making some already, and I'm using the 1M star tip from Wilton. And just flip it over your hand. Make a little cup. So all you do is just flip it over your hand. Make sure you open that little opening there. Let me move this out of the way so you can see what I'm going to be doing. And just start filling the bag in. And if you like whipped cream flavor, this is perfect for you. The perfect icing. Okay, it says just tastes like whipped cream. And it's super soft. It sets very well. And I like that it sets, and I don't have to worry about it melting. I can leave it on the counter and it's not going to melt on me at all. So then just flip the bag over. Make sure to push it down. I tighten it up, I twist it. I have the habit of flipping it on my finger just so I can get a tighter fit. That's just me. And get rid of that air bubble that you have here. because it'll splatter. So what I do at first, I squeeze out a little bit, make sure it's coming out smooth. And then all you're going to do is basically go in like a little spiral. Not sure, see how you can see it from there. Give me a sec, I'm trying to. And just work in a circular motion. Work your way up. And you got yourself kind of like you're making an ice cream cone. Basically, that's all you're doing. Go in a little circle, work your way up in a little spiral. These are little chocolates that are candy coated. That's going to be my cherry. And another little chocolate. And then I bought assorted sprinkles. These little sprinkles have little stars, little balls, and pink and purple, blue little sprinkles. Get a little plate because they're going to go all over the place. And just sprinkle it right away, because once it sets, the sprinkles are not going to stay. You know, so it keeps its shape. Go ahead and add it to the box here. Get your next one. Same thing. You can put as little sprinkles or as much sprinkles as you like. This is going to be for second grade classes. They're having a tailgate tomorrow at school. So I volunteered to do for all the second graders cupcakes. So I'm only 4 classes. So I'm doing 90 cupcakes. I think it's only 75 of them. But I'm making extras because you never know. Somebody might drop one. Somebody might want one. How cute is that? I like that. That's too cute. And super easy. You actually bake these cones with the batter inside. It will not burn. Depending on your oven, I put mine at 375. And honestly, I did not time it, but just kind of like what you would do with a cupcake. You would just keep an eye on them. They're going to start turning brown, and that's fine. The brown's going to be just the cake that's baking. Just insert a toothpick so it comes out clean. I have a cake tester, so that's what I use. Put a little bit. Thought I'd come on since I wasn't going to be cooking dinner today. We ate leftovers. And earlier today I ate out for lunch, so I'm not hungry. Had a heavy, big lunch. I had fish from Rudy's. So how cute is this for somebody's birthday? And so easy for y'all to make. The kids would love it. There's nothing to it. Super easy. You don't have to be a baker to bake these. So for your next birthday kids party, you make them these. They're going to love you for it. Just go in a little circle. Keep on going to a smaller circle. You're just making a little spiral and come all the way up. Just like you're going to be doing an ice cream cone. Try to get them all pretty and high. Put the little chocolate covered candy. I was going to buy a harder candy, but being that they're second graders, I don't know, I was worrying that they might choke, not thinking that it was a hard candy, so I decided to go with the little chocolates instead on there, and I don't have to worry about it. If they bite into it, it's going to be soft like an M&M. Yeah. And then make your own boxes to carry them, because they don't sell boxes to carry these. They don't sell any baking equipment, at least not locally. You might find something to bake it with on the internet. So this was a last minute thing for me to do. So I did not have everything I needed to bake it. So what I did, I got a 9x13 cake pan. I lined it with, not lined it, I actually covered it with foil. And I would put a little cupcake on there not the cupcake. I would put this right next to it, and that's where I would cut a little slit, and I would just insert all the cupcake, the cones in it, and then I would fill them. And like I said, I only would fill them up to here because I did fill them a little bit higher, but they were overflowing, and I did not like the way that looked. So that's why. And it might look hard doing the little spiral. It really isn't hard. The more practice you do it, it'll be easy. Super easy. Okay. Well, I just thought I'd come on real quick and show you what I was doing tonight since I wasn't cooking. I'm almost done. I have about 3 more boxes to go of cupcakes. Each little box right here was fitting 15 cupcakes, so I made 90 total. They needed about 75 for the kids and probably 4 or 5 for the teacher to be included. So I just went ahead and made 90. Didn't want to take some just that, because what if somebody drops one? They might want one, an extra one or something. That way they can have extras. If not, oh well, they have extras. Yesterday they had Sundays. Tomorrow they'll be having tailgate hot dog. See, right there was a little air pocket. Okay. So at this point, since it's already having an air pocket, I'm going to push this back into the mixer that I was making the frosting with. And I'll get me some fresh frosting into the bag so I won't have so many air bubbles, because it'll ruin the way it comes out. Okay, that's it. Y'all have yourself a good evening. Just thought I'd jump on here and show you what it looks like. I'm going to do my last ones here so I can finish off the last box. See if I have enough frosting in here. And just keep on twisting and pushing everything to the bottom. And just squeeze with these fingers. This will keep this tight so it doesn't shoot up out the bag. Yeah, this one has air bubbles. So what I'm going to do, didn't come out good, I'm going to scoop this out. And literally I'm just wiping it on here. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it looks like that because I'm going to cover it up anyway. So any little bit that's left, push it through. Push the bag through, get anything extra out. And again, just flip the bag over. And flip it over your hand. If you're having trouble flipping it over your hand because you're not used to it, get yourself a tall glass and put the bag in the tall glass and scoop it on into that. And if that makes it easier for you. I'm used to doing this, so it's just easier for me than a glass. Okay, and just keep on pushing it through. This is my second batch of frosting I've made. The first batch, I made 2 boxes of those cupcake cones. Just flip it back over. So this will make me just twist, and this is just what I prefer, how to hold it. Let me squeeze some air out because I can see it right there. The bottom doesn't have anything. I get any air pockets out. Okay, and get my last 2 that I'm making. I have like 3 more boxes to go. I'm not sure if you can see it from there. And just squeeze all the way to the top, make a little spiral. And you can make them as tall or as short as you want. And it's not going to make a difference. You're just going to go ahead and put that little candy on top. And if you mess up, you can start all over again. That's fine, because it's white. So you can't really mess up with it too much, as long as you don't. And actually, I was thinking, but I didn't feel like going to the store. I was going to put them in the freezer for a little bit and buy some crackle that you would put on your ice cream. And I was going to dip them in the chocolate. But I didn't want to go to the store anymore. I already had been up and down all day today, so didn't feel like being at the store anymore. So it's going to be just plain. And this, I'm going to do this last one just so you can see this is the one I messed up. So that one, like I said, you can cover the mistake because it's going to go right under, just go right to the edge. And it's going to just flute out and then go all the way up. And you can't tell where I made the mistake at all. Just push it up. Get you some sprinkles going here. And as you can tell, it holds up pretty good on the cone. I'm turning it sideways right here, and you can see it's not falling. Let me take you off of this real quick so you can see what I've been making here. All these. And over here are my empty ones that I still have to work on. Y'all have your good evening. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night. Don't forget to post your pictures for your food tonight if you had anything. Sandwiches, you went out, let us know and show the pictures. Or whatever you do, maybe you're baking. Put it on there. I want to see what y'all are doing. Good night.